There's Pederson. Gary Rowett backs off, and Pederson fancies a run at him. Still Pederson. Little touch inside to Djorkaeff, lets it run to Ricketts. The Frenchman gets another stab at the ball. And Barness. It's a really bright start from Bolton Wanderers. Gardner back to Frandsen. This is Warhurst. Oh, great effort! Well kicked out by Kiely. Djorkaeff's in there! Bolton lead in the second minute. Djorkaeff with another goal against Charlton. He got 2 at the Valley last season. Rough luck on Dean Kiely, who'd pulled off a marvellous save. It went like a rocket from the right boot of Poole Warhurst. And the Charlton keeper couldn't have done anything more. Djorkaeff sliding in bravely. Gary Rowett leaving the action injured. More concern for Alan Kirbishley. The new signing giving way to an old stager. The dependable warhorse Steve Brown into the action. And that with just 5 minutes played. Rufus trying to get a challenge in. The ball has found its way out to Pederson. Ricketts is trying to stay on side. Rufus trying to stay with Pederson, who delivers deep to Gardner. Should it have been 2-0 to Bolton Wanderers? Gardner thinks so. Great run from Pederson as it came across. Chris Powell missed his header. Fortunately for him, Gardner missed his chance. Euell kept his balance well. Carries on into the centre. Corner is conceded. Bruno and Gotti doing the Bolton defending. Richard Rufus makes his way forward. Big Charlton presence in the Bolton penalty area as Klaus Jensen prepares to deliver. Delivered deep. And Rufus has gone down and a penalty has been awarded. Richard Rufus applauds the decision. Referee Matt Messias is unmoved despite the Bolton protests. It's the 3rd penalty Bolton have conceded in 2 games this season. Richard Rufus adjudged to have been shoved out of the way by Pederson. Certainly flung himself determinedly at the ball. Made contact with Rufus, it would seem. Chris Bart-Williams with the chance to level for Charlton. Boos around the Reebok. Bart-Williams stays cool and calm and slots it into the corner. Charlton level to silence the home crowd. Couldn't really have been taken any more clinically by Bart-Williams. Sent the keeper the wrong way. Tucked into that corner. 1-1, just over the midway point of the first half. Djorkaeff. Frandsen wanted to take over. Djorkaeff found Gardner instead. Played forward by Barness to Djorkaeff. Down goes Pederson under Rufus' challenge. Djorkaeff continues. It's a great block challenge by Luke Young. Bolton are still demanding the penalty that never came their way. Richard Rufus adamant that he took the ball. The referee has agreed with him. Brown went up with Djorkaeff in the first instance, and Rufus definitely took the ball before Pederson got to it. Good decision by referee Messias, and a really good block from Young as Djorkaeff continued. Euell. Jensen flicking it on. This is Johansson, could be 2-1. Didn't really catch it cleanly, Jonathan Johansson. Claiming the corner. On another day, might have been celebrating. He's got the pace to get away from Gotti, no doubt about that. He waits for the ball to sit down for him. Maybe just saw the defender coming in the corner of his eye. Alan Kirbishley demanding a little bit more in the second half from his Charlton team. It's Ewell's little flick. Johansson trying to get onto it. Shot is drilled firmly. There's a big deflection off Barness. Poor Konchesky trying his luck. He's feeling a bit of the pain too. Struck it with some vigour. Fell awkwardly as well. Plenty of red shirts in the box. Rufus, of course, one of the danger men. Bart-Williams. Oh, he hit it into the deck. Jaaskelainen spilled it. It's turned into the net, but the whistle had gone. It was Johansson who applied the finish to no avail. You can only assume that was for a foul on the goalkeeper. It's Euell leaping for the ball. He does just back into the Bolton keeper. Johansson wasn't hanging around. Powell. It's Bart-Williams. Charlton happy to play keep ball. And then just wait for the chance to attack at pace. Chance might come here with Johansson. Got Jensen in support. There's Euell in the middle. Bursting forward is Stuart, and here's Jason Euell, and that's 2-1 Charlton. The finish from Euell. They've come from behind to lead at the Reebok. Credit too for Graham Stuart, the way he burst from midfield. Getting there before Frandsen. I think he took a knock as he won the ball, but still had the presence to find Euell. The challenge from Frandsen certainly caught Stuart, but he kept his feet, kept the move going, and Euell scores. Stuart has stayed down. That's where he took the knock. He just pulled up slightly. Really good work from the Charlton midfielder. Good approach play from Johansson and Jensen in the first instance. Still plenty to do for Stuart here. Euell had the simplest of tasks. Graham Stuart has picked up an injury in the build-up to that goal. He'll take no further part. Change to be made. Sees Kevin Lisbie enter the action. More midfield worries for Alan Kirbishley. Game against Tottenham looming in the week. It's Djorkaeff. This is Warhurst. Djorkaeff again, but it's a strong challenge by Richard Rufus. And Gotti tries to keep Bolton moving forward. Decent cross too. And the chance will fall to Nolan. Good parry by Kiely. And the rebound fell to Nolan too quickly for him to react. It's a goal kick. That is a really good block from the Charlton Athletic #1. May just have made sure that all 3 points go back to the Valley. Fell kindly for Nolan. Struck it in an instant, but Kiely stood big. Big save from a keeper in form. Challenge goes in. Final whistle sounds at the Reebok Stadium. 2 defeats for Bolton Wanderers, but a win on the road for Charlton. Just eases the pain somewhat of last week's defeat to Chelsea. Alan Kirbishley's men are up and running. 2-1 winners away to Bolton. Last season's top scorer, Jason Euell, the match winner, the man who sealed the first 3 points of the season.
Before this, Alan, something like 9 outings without a win. You got the victory here. It must be absolutely tremendous.
Yeah, I only class it as we didn't win last week. You know, last year's last year. It's all forgotten. It doesn't count for anything. And as I just said in the previous interview, look at our last 8 games and top 6 sides we played in that. We had a tough running last year, but you know, that's last year. I'm looking at this year. We had a massive disappointment last week at home to Chelsea. Should have won. Got beaten the last minute, so to bounce back again today after the start of this game, you know, goal down after 2 or 3 minutes and losing go after 5, to bounce back, they've done fantastic.
Now, Djorkaeff got the goal after a minute. Did that stun you?
Well, the way they started stunned me. You know, they basically played 4 up front. I wasn't too sure how Bolton was going to play today, but they played 4 up front early on, and they got the ball in the box and lots of challenges. And I think Warhurst hit the shot. It was a fantastic shot, but not one of my players reacted, and Djorkaeff did. So we was 1 down, and then I think we rode it a little bit. First 15 minutes, I had a couple of opportunities perhaps to make it 2, and then we gradually got back in the game. And up until we scored the second goal, I think we was in control really, without threatening too much. But we scored the second goal, and then a natural thing is to sit off and drop off and invite a bit of pressure, which we did. And Dino made some great saves in the end.
Sam Allardyce seems to be upset because of 2 missed penalty decisions. He feels that he's been robbed of a result here.
Oh, does he? I mean, I don't know about. It's when you look at the video, you never could look at it then. But I saw Richard Rufus challenging, and to me, he had a free header, and he got balked. So I think the referees are looking for these sort of challenges now. Holding, certainly. I mean, last week we got a penalty. We would have had a penalty against Gallas for Chelsea, but we ended up scoring from it. And I think the referees are looking for it. And I thought we got balked. I don't know about the one he's on about, if it's one for him. But you win some, you lose some. Last week I was very disappointed with the referee's decision to send Konchesky off, but accepted the result because you can't do anything about the result. You can only do something about perhaps decisions like that afterwards. And let's see what the video shows.
Now, will you be celebrating tonight? 300 games in charge of
Is that
Charlton?
right? Oh, I didn't know that. I know we're back in it again. You sort of played last week and massive disappointment, and as I said, it took a long while to get over it. And then you go and win today, and then you got two injuries which can keep players out for some time. So back in it now, and let's get on with it. The season started.
Now, Charlton fans might be asking tonight why you allowed Mark Kinsella to go. What would you say to that?
Well, I think it's well documented what I said yesterday, but basically, clubs have to move on, and Mark has been fantastic for Charlton Athletic. I said it yesterday. I think his career has run parallel with the team. We've had a fantastic 7 years together, and he was a big favourite with the fans. But I'm looking at people like Scott Parker and Klaus Jensen, who I don't think I can stop them from progressing. I've got Chris Bart-Williams, who played very well again today. So, perhaps it was time for a change. And Mark left the club on great terms with everybody. It's not a problem. And, so nothing stays the same. That's what I was trying to say yesterday. And we wish him all the best. I know he's playing today. I hope he had a good game. But we've got to move on. And as I say, it was time for a change.
How much of a vital victory was that for Charlton?
Well, I think it was very important for us to win today. I think you could see that both teams knew it was a really, really important game, and it was a very tight game. And in the end, we won 2-1, so very important win, I think.
How much did the result last week against Chelsea take out of the team in confidence terms?
Well, I think that it was merely the disappointment of losing and losing all 3 points in the end against Chelsea, because I think we felt that we did well, and at 10 against 11, we felt that we put on a good performance. So I think we took that confidence into this game as well, and so I don't think our confidence was low after Chelsea. I just think that today we wanted to get them 3 points and get the first points in the table.
How much will you miss Mark Kinsella over this season coming, because he's been such a great part of the Charlton side?
Yeah, I mean, you can't say enough of him, how well he's done here for Charlton. I mean, he's been an incredible character, an incredible player, and we'll all miss him now that he's gone to Villa, and we wish him all the best.
Now, you think you're going to get a break, but on Tuesday it's another London derby, the first of 3 in a month for you against Spurs.
Yeah, I mean, there is no breaks. That's just how it is. I mean, and that's how it is. We're looking forward to Tuesday, and hopefully, I mean, sometimes when you win, it's nice to get a game fast again, and we'll try to do what we can to win on Tuesday.
Because the Valley is actually becoming a bit of a fortress.
It was, and that's what we want to try to make it into again. I mean, I think last year wasn't the best of years for us at home, and we lost the first one against Chelsea. But we want to make it a fortress, and we want to make it a place that is really hard to go to. And I hope we will.